Welcome to my hike across Switzerland on the Swiss Panoramic Trail. Good morning and welcome back to Swiss Cheese Trails. We got another segment this morning. We're being welcomed by the church bells. It is a Sunday. Although I'm finding that the long church bell chime happens throughout the week depending on where you are. It's typically a 15-minute bell service. And we got about 8 more minutes of bells before it's 10 o'clock in the morning. It is the call to church. We are starting stage 18. We are back in the town of Rüeggisberg. And today we're hiking from Rüeggisberg to Guggisberg, section 18. It's about a 17-kilometer hike, and it'll be about 5.5 hours. I'm off trail a little bit, just a little bit, by about 2 blocks, because I want to capture this old church that's behind me, which is why there's signs around here and why there's people around here. Believe me, there are people around here. Not only is this a great Alp view from this church, but this is a departure point between Trail 3 and Trail 4. If you remember, Trail 4 is St. Jacob's and path, and that is going through Switzerland from important church and important monastery in a pilgrimage style. So this town and this church is part of National Trail number 4. Number 3 is up underneath the bells, and then number 3 goes up on top. So that's where we're going to go. I'm going to go back to the bells and back up on top. But for now, I wanted to get a little view of this church before we get going, see if we can get some noise coverage. So this was really a very important church in the Middle Ages, and I guess it burned down, or it fell into disrepair by the end of the 1400s and then burned. And the town had a fire, and I think the townsfolk came and reused a lot of the stones for their own housing purposes after that. So this really hasn't been around since in repair since the 1400s. But you can see they're doing a nice job of trying to get it back and going again. All right, so that is my off-trail start for stage 18, and let's see, what are we going to do here? Oh, today, so the big thing today is we basically go up into the forest and then go down. We're going to see a bridge that is unique when we go down to the river, and then we're going to go and follow a river trail. We're going to go into a town Sunday, so most of it's going to be closed. And then we're going to head straight south. And at the end, we are going to climb a mountain. It's a foothill. It's not a big mountain like this. But we're going to have about 1,000 feet at the end. And we're going to start to leave this view. And we're going to cut back. Oh, actually, there it is. That's where we're going. See the little tall mountaintop over there? That's where we're headed. Huh, cool. All right, thanks for tuning in today. Let's see how far we make it. All right, you still got the bells going, and quickly, I'll spin around, but the architecture in this town, if you watch the last segment of stage 17, I got some of these old homes. Just such classic Swiss architecture. It's really beautiful. So today, I turn back on again. You can hear the bells still going. So I haven't gone any far. There's the church ruins. But I wanted to point out, so now that I've seen kind of where we're going, so Rüeggisberg is just the town it's just the other side of those 2 little knobs on top of the foothill. We're going to go to the smaller one and climb that, and we'll get a good view of everything south of here. Now these are the Bernese Oberland behind the ruins. And all over here, we're going to start to leave the Bernese Oberland at some point by going into the mountains. So today's stage ends like I say, just over the other side of that nodule. That's stage 18. 19 starts up at the town of Rüeggisberg, goes down and up this foothill that's in front of us is blocking us, and over that, and then on the other side of that, it hits the valley that goes straight south into the Schwarzsee, the Black Lake. But if I know my maps, down on the lower edge here of this foothill, there are a couple of clearings. I think it's the last clearing, maybe the second to last clearing that we actually go across and then come back down. So stage 19, we start high, we go down, we go up, we go down, and then we slowly head into the mountains, because the Schwarzsee is a mountain lake. And that valley, of course, even though it's going south, it's rising in altitude. So we're going upstream, up the valley, even though we're headed south. So that's a quick look at the next stage. It's so nice when some of these things are clearly illustrated like this. For today, we're going to go straight west and then straight south. So there's no good diagonal on the path. Maybe that's what the St. Jacobs National Trail 4 does. Maybe that takes the easy path. All right, thanks for tuning in.